In the top stories, Prime Minister Harris outlines proposed COVID relaxation measures if 80% of population is vaccinated. Antigua and Barbuda investigating fake vaccination cards, and car chargers compulsory in new buildings from 2022 in the United Kingdom. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Wednesday, November 24, 2021. I'm Jason Davis. Nationally, Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris has announced several proposed measures to be implemented if 80% of the adult population of St. Kitts is vaccinated. During his presentation on leadership matters on Tuesday, Prime Minister Harris said achieving 80% coverage among adults in our federation will, quote, give us a significant buffer to absorb more risk and therefore safely open our economy without putting a significant strain on our health system, end quote. He said one of the proposed measures on reaching that goal would be the removal of the barrier at Port Zante.
The barriers are erected principally to protect our citizens and residents. The high vaccination coverage will provide an immunity barrier against COVID-19 instead of the physical fencing barrier. Port Zante then will become accessible to all. Security officials will ensure compliance with mask wearing and other non-pharmaceutical measures.
He said at 80% vaccinated, the country would be in a position to cut down on the number of quarantine days for unvaccinated arrivals.
The fifth important development is that we will be able to reduce the quarantine period for unvaccinated or partially vaccinated persons from 14 days to 9 days. This measure will assist our elderly citizens to return home, undergo a shorter quarantine period, while at the same time reduce the risk to our people.
He said other proposed measures will include all vaccinated tourists arriving, whether by cruise or air, having access to COVID-19 approved sites such as Brimstone Hill, Carabel Batik and Black Rocks, entertainers being able to undertake mass events for fully vaccinated persons with 75% space capacity, and the removal of quarantine and testing requirements for arriving fully vaccinated passengers 12 years and older. As of Tuesday, November 23, 73.3% of the target adult population in St. Kitts and Nevis has been fully vaccinated. The ticket prices for carnival activities have been announced. The announcement was made during a press conference on Wednesday at ZIZ TV by Clytie Gilbert, Chair of Finance, Accreditation and Ticketing of the St. Kitts Nevis National Carnival Committee.
We have already determined the prices for the various events. We have the final tent, as the Chair said, on Saturday, which is $20 for the entrance. We have the National Queen Pageant runway on Sunday, which is $25. On the 21st of December, where we have Icon starting at 8 p.m., the price is $30. On the 22nd of December, where we have the Carnival Swimwear Pageant, we have two prices where we would have general entrance of $60 and a preferred seating of $80. On the 23rd of December, we have the Carnival Soca Monarch Finals, and this would be $40. The Bubble Juve, that would also be $40. And on the 29th, we have general entrance of $80 and preferred seating $100. And then finally, on the 30th of December, the National Bank Senior Calypso Finals is $60.
She also explained how to speed up the process of entering the events.
What we are encouraging is that you would have your vaccination cards and IDs in order to enter the events, so as to not hold up or be in the line for any long time. We are encouraging you to be on time. The gates are open 2 hours in advance for each event, so please be early. Also, please get your tickets early. Tickets for the other shows after this weekend will be on sale the first week of December. So please get your tickets early so that you would know definitely where the event is or how to get to the event on time.
That was Clytie Gilbert, Chair of Finance, Accreditation and Ticketing, speaking during a St. Kitts Nevis National Carnival Committee press conference on Wednesday. Men's health issues will be the focus of the government radio and TV program Working for You later today. The special guests will be Dr. Kyle Carty, General Practitioner of the A&E Department at the JNF General Hospital, and Nourish Nital, Forensic Psychologist. International Men's Day was observed globally on the 19th of November. The day is set aside to highlight discrimination against men and boys, as well as to celebrate their achievements and contributions. The Department of Gender Affairs, as part of a series of events during November, would like to highlight issues pertaining to the health and well-being of men and boys. Dr. Carty and Mr. Nital will engage the audience on men's health issues, including prostate cancer, heart disease and HIV/AIDS, mental health issues including stigma and the prevalence of mental health illness among males compared to their female counterparts, and substance abuse, its prevalence and effects on society, among other pertinent matters. Working for You is hosted by Lesroy Williams and is broadcast live every Wednesday on ZIZ and other participating stations. The program will also be streamed live on the SKNIS Facebook page, www.facebook.com SKNIS Media, and the SKNIS YouTube channel. We now move to news on the regional scene. The Ministry of Health in Antigua and Barbuda is launching an investigation into the use of fake vaccination cards. More in this ABS News report.
The Health Ministry has launched an investigation into the circumstances that led to at least 40 people acquiring fake COVID-19 vaccination cards.
Fortunately, it does not appear to be widespread. In the context of vaccinating over 60,000 people now, I don't think we have identified any more than about 100. As to be specific, the numbers that we are aware of is about 40.
Sir Malwin is confident the Health Ministry's database will allow investigators to quickly identify the fraudulent vaccination cards. The incident, he explains, has been linked to one individual.
The Permanent Secretary will take the appropriate action. And obviously, one of the things that will happen is that the person will have to be taken out of the service for a while.
Could law enforcement become involved in the matter? This was the Health Minister's response.
We won't get in the way of police work. We have to report it. The investigation is being done by the Ministry of Health, and the information will be passed on to the law enforcement.
Fake COVID-19 negative tests and vaccination cards have become a growing problem as vaccine mandates go into effect in several countries across the globe. Customs officers in the U.S. city of Cincinnati, for example, seized over 1,500 counterfeit COVID-19 vaccination cards and over 2,000 counterfeit Pfizer inoculation stickers in the span of a month. Rakib Aparicio reporting for ABS News.
St. Lucia's Police Commissioner Milton DeSir says criminals have been targeting school children to recruit them into gangs and a life of crime. The commissioner made the comments as he called on every section of society to be involved in preventing crime. More in this DBS News report.
Police Commissioner Milton Daisy has acknowledged that vulnerable children, males in particular, are falling prey to local gangs, being enticed by a life of easy money. The commissioner says that recruiters can loiter in areas frequented by students, approaching and offering them, in most cases, a chance to make some quick money, while others may be groomed for months, either in person or online.
Because you have the criminals out there who recruit them, and because of their vulnerability. Sometimes some kids may not have anything to go to school, but these persons become prey to the criminals by giving them fancy shoes and so on, which they accept, and they groom them into their activities.
For teens, recruitment into gangs is a multifaceted issue, with every member joining for their own reasons. These include excitement, physical protection, peer pressure, family tradition, perceived financial gain, an avenue to gain respect or notoriety, or out of boredom. According to sociologists, many prospective gang members are youth who are not successful at school and are not receiving the attention and support they feel they need from their family. The impact of these problems, says the Commissioner, can be prevented and minimized if authority figures and community leaders understand the dynamics of gang behavior.
When a child is not at school, we need to find out where is that child. So these are the children, or these are the people who grow up to be involved in these acts. All organizations, all responsible, the social services, we need to get together in the fight against crime.
There are many signs that parents and guardians can use to tell if a child may be involved in gang activity. These include having unexplained money, expensive new items or clothing, change in appearance with special haircuts, tattoos, or other body markings may be other signs. For the DBS News World, I am Zane Romulus.
Internationally, the UK is set to legislate new car charging points per year be created beginning 2022. That would be around 145,000 new car charging ports. Euronews has this report.
New buildings must provide electric car chargers across England from 2022. Under Prime Minister Boris Johnson's carbon-slashing plans, this new legislation will create 145,000 new charging points per year.
Peppa Pig World, we'd be delighted to welcome.
UK sales of EVs are now increasing at 70% a year. And in 2030, we're ending the market for new hydrocarbon ICEs, internal combustion engine vehicles, ahead of other European countries.
This move follows promises at the COP6 summit earlier this month. World leaders collectively agreed to tackle global warming and reduce the Earth's temperature by 1.5 degrees Celsius. Johnson hopes this incentive will drive down the number of high-polluting vehicles. Additionally, from 2030, the sale of new diesel and petrol cars will be banned.
And now for the weather. Today's weather is fair skies with a light breeze of 5 miles per hour from the north. The temperature is 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Seas are moderate with waves not exceeding 5 feet. The weather forecast for St. Kitts and Nevis says today will be mostly sunny to sometimes partly sunny with a 40% or a moderate chance this afternoon on the western side of the island due to daytime heating. That's a moderate chance of rain this afternoon on the western side due to daytime heating. Tonight will be mostly fair. Sunset today will be at 5:35 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow at 6:21 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Jason Davis.